let's go, guys. All right. No, I'm not jumping into my seat today, but I am very, very excited. Guys, we have our first ever major PSA submission that just got returned. We are going to switch gears here and switch into a different camera angle here shortly and just show you guys the POV of first look at all this stuff. I am not breaking this open and looking inside yet, okay? Now we have our digital reveal. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, I do know the grades on these cards. I think a lot of people that have invested this much into a PSA submission want to know those grades, especially for particular cards. In the future, I probably won't even check, but this is a really important submission to me, so I did want to check on that. But I still want to look over each and every card and see kind of why they got the grades they got. This was my first submission ever. We had a gem mint rate of 45%. Almost every 1 and 2 cards, I got a 10. That's pretty good, guys, considering how tough it is with grading. And PSA has now updated their grading standards to, I think, 55-45 on the fronts and 25-75 on the back, which is going to make it tougher. They're going to really want perfect centering moving forward for grading. It is going to get tougher. So this is probably the last submission I'll get lucky on, which is good because it's my first big one. Additionally, I want to go ahead and talk about this because I probably won't have time to make the video specifically about this, but CGC and the biggest Pokemon card scandal ever with the playtest alpha and beta playtest cards. Guys, I don't even know how they're going to deal with that. The fact that PSA has also authenticated cards through eBay, through their authentication process. This is not good, but mainly just not good for CGC. Already a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth with CGC. I don't think this is going to affect the people that have already been grading with CGC heavily. They have a faster turnaround. It's cheaper than PSA. That's why a lot of people are going to go with CGC. Also, some people genuinely do like the quality of the slabs. You know, the pristine labels look cool. But this is not about that. This is about the ethics and the morality of this company and what they've been doing, grading all of these playtest cards that had no place ever being graded or authenticated because they are fraudulent. They are fakes, right? They've been remaking these. There are real copies out there. Let's get that straight. I don't want anybody thinking these are all fake. But I have been saying since these cards released and since they started continually coming to the surface and being available for grading, I just thought these are a lot that are just coming to the surface now. I mean, the originals, okay, I can stomach that. But now you've got these things popping up every other week for sale and auctions. Seemed a little bit suspect. I'd been saying that from the beginning with these playtest cards. I still think the playtest cards are really, really cool. Like the idea of them, like the prototype cards. And it just, the rabbit hole keeps going deeper. There's more, the more you look into it, the more you can find that there are more and more like prototype cards. Guys, I'm going to say this once. I really like sticking with the basics. Cards that have been out that we've known about for a long time, I like sticking with those. Grail cards, I like sticking with those. Modern Grail cards, I like sticking with those. But just anything modern right now I think is a good play for grading and doing a quick flip. The market's really hot right now, but like these super unique cards that are very rare, that pretty much are never supposed to just pop up out of the blue. When you're seeing a lot of that pop up, you should wonder, why are so many of these coming to the surface? So I feel my sympathy is out there with everybody that bought in to these kind of Grail trophy-esque cards, but it's really unfortunate they all got scammed. How CGC is going to deal with this, how other auctioneers are going to deal with this, how people who have been selling these are going to deal with the backlash they're going to get. This is absolute nightmare for CGC. And it's not a good thing for the hobby at all, right? It's just more drama, more BS, more chasing the money. Everything is stocks. It's bad. It's a negative. One thing I will say, BGS got in some trouble recently, but BGS seems to somehow stay out of a lot of trouble for the most part. They kind of stay out of the spotlight. I do like that about BGS. We've had plenty of issues with PSA and CGC, but BGS seems to kind of always be an underdog that doesn't get enough love. But they've also had their issues. There was some scandal. Something came out not too long ago with BGS. Anyways, I am looking forward to maybe other grading companies coming into the scene, even though for me, I'm just grading with PSA. That's because PSA gets the premium right now. So it's a no-brainer as a seller to go with PSA. As a collector, I go with PSA because I've been doing that for some time now. But if another company comes out swinging, I know we have tag grading, AGS, I'm not even sure what happened to AGS. There's some other grading companies that are in the UK that are not here. So it'll be interesting to see if any other grading companies rise to the occasion, right? Anyways, bummer for all the CGC people out there, but at the same time, does it really affect you if you have a CGC collection? Not really. I wouldn't think it would. Does it invalidate a lot of people trying to get error cards or grail cards like these trophy cards graded by CGC? Does it put into question a lot of the cards that CGC has been grading? Absolutely, I think it does. I think that is the big issue that a lot of people are dealing with and coping with, is how long has this been going on? How many other cards have slipped through the cracks? And what's going to change with management or with, the CEO with the company? Is any of that going to change? Is anyone going to step down and have someone new take over that is going to claim that they are more ethical and going to steer the company in the right direction? It'll be interesting to see how that happens. But that is the hottest news right now. It's just not fun for me. I just don't care about it all that much. But we'll put that out there. I have addressed it. We'll talk about it maybe in another video, but I did want to go ahead and put it out there since I haven't made a video in 2 days, and that was the hottest, latest thing. I have been focusing on maximizing sales and profitability, and that has become more of a focus than YouTube and making videos, because right now YouTube is really just giving a lot of content creators the short end of the stick. Right now it's just not a great time to be making content. The ad revenue is down right now. And I think just because it's tax time, I don't know, but a lot of other content creators can relate with this. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up this awesome big box. We've got 94 slabs here. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Let's go ahead and clip you guys in and open this bad boy up because I want to see these cards. I'm hype. Let's do it. Peace. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. I am super excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's go ahead and get straight to it. All right, so I had a pretty good gem mint rate, 45% approximately, 42 out of 94 cards, graded 10. So very excited about that. I sent a ton of Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet SIRs in here. I hope the table looks fun. I got all my little toys set out here. Some people sent some stuff over, like this vintage Ash Ketchum that's down here. They sent this to us free. This is really, really a cool little vintage toy. What is this, Tommy? Yeah, it's Tommy Toys. This is like the official OG Pokemon toys. I love this. The fact that I have like a miniature Ash is so great. I was right about to put some of my graded Charizards up for sale too, just because I have so much graded stuff coming back. But nope, I'm gonna try and pay for one of these bigger cards. I just got a huge card that's probably a week away, but when that card comes in, I'm gonna feel really guilty about all of these recent submissions. So. Pretty cool though. Okay, so we just got 2 boxes. My first submission reveal ever. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. I had a not so great first experience with PSA. I sent a cracked Crystal Nidoking in because I thought it deserved a 10. And it went from being a PSA 9 to a PSA 8. So that was the worst play I've ever made. Also, some huge news. I just did my first cross grading ever, guys. So you guys know I have a PSA 9 Gold Star Rayquaza. Well, I also had a BGS 9 Gold Star Rayquaza. It's actually up on eBay right now. That card has now been sent in for cross grading to PSA, so that listing might get taken down soon. But I am leaving it up just in case they do reject the PSA crossover and they send it back. I had to know. My buddy Jake, Jodo Jake, shout out to Jodo Jake. He was like, dude, you need to optimize, and he made some good points. If that card cross grades from a BGS 9 to a PSA 9 right now, that's a couple grand in my pocket. Even with the upcharge to grade it and the cross costs, which is about $60 with shipping, the fee, and everything. The turnaround's 20 days, so way shorter than waiting 50 days for a submission return. We have our paperwork right here. I'm going to go ahead, get that out, and let's go ahead and start. I've never done a submission reveal before, so I want everything to be chronological, but I can't promise anything. Okay, so right off the bat, this card looks stupid clean. There is a white dot down on this corner, but let's go ahead and see what we got. Wham! And we have a Great Tusk EX. This got the PSA 10. Nice. Great card for our first reveal, starting off strong with the 10. So I didn't really want to grade a whole lot of Scarlet and Violet, but I remember when I was playing this on Switch, I remember this exact part in the game where you roll up on this Great Tusk EX in the first quarter of the game. So I actually remember playing this and remember the sandstorm and the being in the desert, trying to beat this Pokemon. So this is a pretty cool card to me, even though it's not really my style of cards. But at least there's no gimmicks, there's no Terra Crowns, there's no VMAX Clouds. So, you know what? This is the Mammoth Great Tusk EX, and we're going to appreciate it. And we got a 10. So you guys can see the centering was perfect on this. Apparently they are upping the standards on their centering, so it'll be interesting to see if all of the 10s here have perfect centering. The back, though, isn't entirely flawless, guys. I mean, I sent this in, but it has a white dot here and a white dot down here. They did not knock me on that, though. I don't know if you guys can see that white dot, but they did not knock me on that. So, okay. First slab. Okay, next one coming up. Oh, and you guys already know what this is. It is the Ancient Mew, and I could not get the 10 on this. I don't know why they didn't give me the 10 on it. I honestly don't understand how they couldn't have given me a 10 on this. The centering was perfect in the front. What the heck? The centering was so good in the front. Why did they not give me a 10 on this? So this one's probably going to end up going up for auction or getting sold. It is a beautiful card. I might have to keep it. But yeah, it's a bummer that did not get the 10. Let's look at the back. They don't care about centering on the back. How did this not get a 10? They just decided they didn't want to give it a 10. I'm looking for any possible flaw this could have, and I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, they gave this the 9. I don't feel like that was fair, but we'll keep it going. Okay, so corners look exceptional. This card looks like it's flawless on the back. Wham! And it is a 10, a 151 Blastoise and a PSA 10. I think these guys are going for $300 to $400 in a PSA 10 right now. Awesome. Fantastic. The centering is perfect. No, the centering is not perfect. This is definitely closer to I feel 60-40-ish maybe. It looks really thin on these two borders. So I feel like this one slipped in the cracks, but the back is flawless. All right, so far, I would say between these three, Great Tusk I think is $100 and a 10. I think the HMU is probably $50 or $60 if it hits a 9, which is unfortunate because it's a brand new graded copy. Maybe it's more than that. Might have to keep it because this is freaking beautiful. God, the quality of these feels good though in hand. And then 400. So I feel like we had at least 500 or 600 between just these right here. Submission cost me $1,600. The value of the cards I think was around $5,000 to $7,000 that I sent in raw. Oh, and we have a Zapdos 10. Sorry guys, I should have looked at the back, but considering that we're already 6 minutes in, I think I should probably keep it moving here. This one is perfect centering. This card is perfect centering. This Zapdos 100% deserved. With that Articuno illustration rare coming and Journey together, this is going to be... I feel like this card's going to pop in popularity because people are going to want all of the bird illustration SIRs. Let's look at the back. And the back looks perfect. There's a white dot here, but they did not knock it for that, which is cool. I'm now seeing that PSA isn't like super duper strict. Like it has a white dot, cool. Okay. So this one's got a nick here, a nick here. It's got 2 decent nicks here. It's going to get a 9. And it has a white dot right here. It's going to get a 9. Wham! And it is a Charizard from 151. This 9 was deserved. I think I deserved this 9. The centering was really good, so I did hope that maybe it could pass for a 10. But I'm glad they didn't 10 it, because if it was a 10, it would not have a dot of whitening on the back, right? And if someone's going to pay $1,000 for this card, or $600 or $700, whatever they're going for right now, it better be a true 10. So what I did realize was this particular Charizard is super hard to grade. That's what I realized, because I pulled like 7 of these, and only 1 came back at 10. We're just going to go ahead and spoiler alert that. But here's the first one. But that's still easily like, I don't know, $300. I'm not sure what the price is on that right now in a 9. But I know between Charizard, the Zapdos has got to be at least $200 and a 10. So I know right there, that's like $500, $800. I want to say just between these 5 slabs, we have $1,000 in value, which almost pays for the submission. Okay, but I want to say it was $5,000 to $7,000 of cards raw value, and now worth about $15,000. I did add up pretty much all the pricing of this stuff, but the market prices are constantly changing. Okay, so really thin on this end. But PSA is not cracking down on the backs. The back is flawless, so I'm hoping this got a 10, depending on the centering on the front. Wham! Oh, it's a Lugia 10! Let's go! Let's go! Dude, this thing is fire, dude. Look how off-center this is. Crazy off-center. This was the copy that I did not expect to get a 10. What? Look how crazy. So off-center. Dude, super thin on the bottom. Slightly thin here. A little slightly thin here. Chunkier on the top. I guess because it was kind of the same thinness on these 2 sides, and it was chunky at the top and thin at the bottom. I don't know, but they passed it, and now I have a Lugia 10. Dude, huge. First huge card. Really like this. Really happy to have this in my collection. We're going to go ahead and I'll put that in my stack that I know I'm 100% going to keep. All right, next card. All right. So, white dot here, nothing, clean. It only has 1 white dot. So, honestly, to me, this card is a 10. It just depends on the front centering. Wham! Oh, and it's a 9. It's a Venusaur. Yeah, so the centering was super thin on this top and this side, so I feel like they could have given this a 10 if they wanted to. That was honestly just the luck of the draw, and this, honestly, I think is one of the best cards in 151. This artwork is exceptional. Oh, hi, Chunky Monkey. So now okay, did not have to slam the door, sweetheart. You did not have to do that. So we're not even going to separate our 9s and 10s, but I just wanted to have these 3 together. It looks exceptional. All right, Aspen. Hey. We're doing a submission reveal. Daddy's making a video right now, okay? So we need to be super careful with all this stuff, okay? Hey, Diana? I might need some assistance. All right, if you can behave, do not touch that. That's super sharp, okay? Do not touch that. I do not want you to cut yourself on that, okay? All right, so moving on to the next one. All right, so right here, this one looks like it.
Is she in here?
Yeah, she's in here. And I'm trying to browse past this. I cannot do that. Okay, so this corner, they all look good. There's a white dot right here. For the most part, this card looks like it's a 10, but let's see. 3, 2, 1, wham! Oh, and it's a 9. Why did they give this a 9, though? Why on earth did they give it a 9? I mean, it does have thin borders, but I really do feel like some of these, I'm going to look at them and be like, yo, they shafted me on this. They did not want to give out their 10s right now. All right, so this corner is a little whitened. There's a white dot here, and I guess there's a tiny speck here, but honestly, I think they gave it a 9 for right here. Let's see if it'll show that. You see this corner. So if your corner is a little more chewed up with that whitening and it's not just a dot, they're gonna 9 it. So because I don't think the front was like really poorly centered, but okay. Charizard in a 9. We are not making good time here. 12 minutes. We are not making good time here. Sorry, guys. Okay. Back looks super clean. 1 white dot. Definitely potential to be a 10 still. Let's see if the front's good. Wham! And it's a Blastoise 10. Let's get it. Blastoise 10. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Got another Blastoise 10 there. And yeah, we were trying to go for that sequential set, but I don't think it's going to work out. So far, the only card that I absolutely have to have is that Lugia in a 10. I'm setting that aside for sure. Everything that's a 9 is probably going to get sold off, unfortunately, or held on for a little bit. This one, white dot right here, unavoidable. Unfortunately, I think that one... How did that even get in there? So I think a piece of material got in here because I don't think that was even there before. But if they give it a 9, I'm not going to cry about it because this corner does look like it has a lot of whitening. Yeah, I think they're going to give this one a 9. All right, 3, 2, 1, wham! Oh, and they gave it an 8. This was maybe my worst grade. Yeah, so really thin border right here, and then it looks like it's chewed up on this corner, so they gave it an 8. I feel like that was kind of harsh, but at the same time, 151 had some quality control issues. This would be a perfect card to go ahead and crack and sell raw because this is not doing me any favors in an 8, so definitely want to set that aside. Or maybe the 8 market's not too bad. I mean, it is a modern cert grading. The cost of grading is $17. Okay. All right. We got a white dot right here. A little bit of whitening down here. A little white dot right here. Again, I suspect 151 with quality control. Bam! And they still give it a 10. The Blastoise EX is just slipping in, right? I feel like the Blastoise EX is probably one of the easier ones to grade. We're getting a lot of 10s on Blastoise, which is phenomenal. Again, so far in value, probably somewhere near like $3,000 maybe. Let's see. Okay. This corner's chewed. This corner's chewed. White dot. This one's gonna be an 8. This one's gonna be an 8. I'm afraid. Wham! And it's a 9. They still gave it the 9, which is nice of them. Venusaur EX. Again, one of our failed sequentials. We have so many illustrations in here. Another failed sequential, though, unfortunately. Oh, and the Van Gogh Pikachu with the 10. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Oh, man. Dude, what a beautiful card. This will not be going up for sale. This is also going to go with the pile with the Lugia. I'm keeping my Van Goghs. These are sick. The fact that I even got my hands on these when it came out is sick. The fact that they gave the 10 is sick. The back is flawless. Not a single white dot. So I'm not really surprised. But yeah, that one was deserving. So between just the two 10s that I want to keep, that's, God, I think like, I want to say 600 and 700, like 1,300 in value between just the two slabs that I want to keep. This submission was 100% worth it. And I got really lucky with the return time on top of that. Okay. Super clean, no white dots. A little bit of whitening, but let's see what it gets. I think it's a 9 though. But like, I don't know. That whitening was enough for them to give it a 9. Wham! And another 10! Let's go! Pikachu with great felt hat. Another Van Gogh Pika hitting the 10. That one's huge. I remember when these came out, there was this one dude just like grading all the Van Gogh Pikas. That was a huge play for him. That card is doing very well right now. All right. Whitening. Little bit of a hit corner. I don't know. This could be a 10. This could be a 9. This could be an 8. This could be anywhere. 3, 2, wham! Oh my God! And they gave this one the 10? Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy to me they gave this the 10. I did not expect that at all. Okay, wait. Let's look at this. Centering adds up. This is probably the one one of the last ones that I pulled too, because I felt really good about the last Charizard copy that I pulled. A lot of them have some kind of nick or something or a ding at the top. The top does look super clean. I do think it's weird though. Yeah, so that was just a dot in there. Okay, but you know what's funny, guys? Look at this. So there's a white dot right there. There's maybe not on this one, but there's even a white dot on this one, and there's definitely a white dot up here. So definitely some quality control issues on their part, I think, but we have our 10 Charizard, definitely keeping the 10. That's just how it goes. That is the luck of the draw. Now let's see. We'll get our Blastoise 10. So now we've got 2 so far. We need the Venusaur in a 10. I don't think we've got the Venusaur in a 10 yet. So we're going to keep both of these. Again, I'm going to check this stack real quick to see if we did. I don't think we got the Venusaur in a 10. Yeah, we only got the 9 Venusaur so far. We're going to keep one Zapdos. We're going to keep one Zapdos SIR as well for now. I need to decide if I'm going to sell that Ancient Mew or not. I really like that Ancient Mew, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, moving forward. All right. This thing's flawless on the back. I'm going to say a 10. Oh, it is the 10, and I think this Venusaur is probably the cleanest one of the 3. This Venusaur is super clean, so very happy about that. Now I can officially say that I have graded my own full set of 151 SIRs. This is my favorite set in Scarlet Violet currently. I really like Surging Sparks. I have a lot of Latias that are going to be on their way to get graded, but this is my favorite Scarlet and Violet set so far. I just really like it. I think it's going to continue rising in value. I think these are going to do really, really well. And to have these 3 graded myself is a treat for sure. Definitely happy about that. I don't think we got an Alakazam 10, so I think that's going to be one that we're going to want to work on. But this is good. I've got some 10s to sell. I've got a lot of 9s to sell. All right, so let's look at this one. So I already know what this one is. This is one of the vintage cards I sent. I knew it wasn't going to do well, but I'm interested to see. The back looks pretty clean, though. Oh, and we got a Gengar EX. I pulled this out of my vintage binder. I don't have a lot of cards in my vintage binder that I acquired for next to nothing. This was one of the cards that I basically just I found this in a large bulk collection. Huge find, honestly. This is such a beautiful card. I'll probably just keep this in a PSA 5, just keep it graded. I might sell it too, but I wanted to see how a card in this condition would do, and I feel like they were pretty gracious with giving me a 5 on this. I could definitely take this to my shop and trade it in. This card is a beauty, but that one I think is definitely going to get sold. Just a little vintage action. It's such a beautiful Gengar. Okay, here we go. This looks like an 8. Yeah, another vintage card. This was the Groudon that I had in my binder as well. I have one of these in a 9. I thought maybe this one could get another 9 as well, but it didn't. So this one we'll see the auctions. Okay, and so this is weird. They had all my cards facing a different... Okay, now. Okay. All right. This one has no whitening. This is a 10. I can already see just from the back. I would think this is going to be a 10. Wham! And it's a 10. Gardevoir EX from Scarlet Violet base. Beautiful. Really love this card. Glad that we could get a 10 on that. That one was pulled. So that's pretty cool. Alright, this one. First glance is a 10. Oh, it's a 9? What? Okay, so the centering is why they got this Espeon VMAX. I might keep this anyways, just because, you know what, I picked this up at regionals, I think for 180 bucks. I don't know where it's at price-wise right now, but I'm fine with having this being a 9. It's just off-center. The card itself is perfect, and it's funny because I literally can't even find... God, look at this. You can't find a white dot on this. They gave my 151 Zard a 10, yet I can't find a white dot on this, and they give it a 9. So some 9s I'm definitely going to keep because there's no doubt in my mind they deserved better. But it was fun getting them graded anyways. All right. This one's a 10. The back looks great. The centering on the back and the back looks flawless, but the centering is perfect too. Oh, and we got the 10 Leafeon V. I pulled this one myself out of a Evolving Skies hanger pack. That was a fun time. That was hype. So, beautiful. Okay. All right. This one's a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. Dude, come on. What is with these random grades? The centering is perfect on this. I must have missed some kind of ding. I must have missed something. I don't understand why they gave this a 9. Honestly, doesn't make any sense. I'm not even a Sylveon fan, so I don't really care. I'm still going to keep this one in the collection. I might sell it if I can find another gradable copy, but for now, I'm going to keep even my 9s. For any Sword and Shield alts, those are just really cool to have graded in my collection. I'll probably even keep all these graded cards in the PSA boxes because they're nice for storing graded cards, and I can start to build up my graded inventory. I don't really want to sell everything immediately. I kind of have to for a Grail card that's coming in that I'm super excited about, but I definitely want to sit on some of this stuff because it's going to age like a fine wine. Okay. But this is, again, an easy way to make plays in the hobby without buying and sitting on a bunch of sealed product. I wish people would move on from that narrative. All right. Let's go ahead and flip this. 3, 2, 1. Looks like a 10. Wham! Oh, and it's a 10 Espeon V. Dude, this thing is fire. Absolutely fire. I love this card so much. I'm happier that the Espeon V got the 10 than the VMAX, to be honest with you. The V looks so much better. Similar to how there's kind of the debate over some of the Vs just are better than the VMAXs. Again, I think those gimmicks are why. We just don't like those gimmicks. Perfect back, PSA 10. Oh, and it's a 9. They gave it a 9. I guess that's what's fun during the reveal. It's like me guessing what it actually got. So they hit this on the centering, but these Vs are going up in value, especially Ray. This would be a good one to keep, sell, doesn't really matter. That one's got rough centering, so we'll put that one over in the sell pile. All right. This one, perfect back. Looks like a 10 off first glance. And it's another 9. It's another Rayquaza and a 9. Again, off-centered. Just tried to see if it could slip through the cracks. Might keep between these two. Not sure which one I want to keep. This one looks like it has the better centering, though. So we'll keep that. Even if they 9, Sword and Shield's a great era. 9 is still mint. Not the mint that I wanted, but still mint. Okay. This one's a 10. Woo! Oh, and they gave it an 8. Okay, so the centering, it's off center. It's bad thin on these two, but I don't know why they gave it an 8. I have no idea how this card got an 8. Doesn't make any sense to me. Essentially, yeah, this one would be better to crack. So it's funny. They dogged me on 2 cards that I really don't understand why they got 8s. I could sell these as raw for so much more right now. So these are definitely going to get cracked. I don't really want to crack the slabs, but I'm definitely going to because these would do a lot better if they were raw. And that is the reality sometimes grading. Those were, I think, my 2 worst grades. Oh yeah, we had the Groudon and we had the Gengar EX and the Groudon. Those were also sub 9. Okay. Off looking at the back. Back looks clean, but it does look a little off center. Maybe a 9, maybe a 10. I'm not having the best of luck guessing, but I think I want to say a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. It looks like it was super tight right here. I picked this one up at regionals, so I'm not. I was shooting for the moon with this because with the centering I should have known better, but still fun. That would be great for someone to take a stab at in our auctions or maybe selling. But this is going to give me a lot of fuel right here. This submission is getting me started, and we have another one that's already in rotation. And I'm getting another submission, which I'll show you guys what I have so far for that. Maybe at the end if we have time. Okay. This looks clean. There's one white dot in this corner. Could be a 9, could be a 10. Wham! Oh, and it's another Zapdos EX. For the 10, easy money, easy money. Okay. This looks clean. I'm saying 10. Oh, and it's a 10. This one we pulled ourselves out of our first Battle Styles booster box we ever opened. Battle Styles doesn't get any love, but like, look at what you can get out of Battle Styles. Look at this. I am 100% sure Battle Styles is going to find its time to shine soon, because this thing is beautiful. And we pulled it ourselves. Very nice. That one definitely going to be keeping that for the long haul. And I will try and upgrade some of my 9s to 10s and find other stuff to grade. I might even try cracking and resubbing, because I do think some of them are clean enough. Okay. 3. This looks like a 10. Wham! Oh, and it's my Blaziken. My amazing Blaziken. They got it for centering. This card had a flawless back. I was actually pretty confident that this one would get a 10. If we look at the corners here, they're flawless. Like, look at that. So in the past, I think PSA early on would have given this one would have been a 10, but because they're getting more strict, this one got a 9. So I should have sent this in way sooner. Some people can argue it would have never gotten a 10, but I don't care. An off-centered, perfectly mint 9 is a win for me still. So I have my Blaziken graded. I'm happy with that. I'd like a 10, but it's not like the end of the world. All right. I'm really glad to have that card in my collection. All right, 3. This one looks like a 10. It's got some white dots on each corner. Could be a 9. Wham! And it's another 10. They're just giving me all the Zapdos 10s. I don't know why I'm getting so many Zapdos 10s. All right. I'm going to say a 9 because it's got that ding. Yep, 9. It's going into that pile. When you're grading yourself, also, you don't really feel the need to hold on to 10s, especially when you have duplicate 10s. It makes it so much better. All right, so just putting the light on this, y'all can see that this corner is kind of weird. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a 9. For sure. Yeah, some whitening, 9. Yep. Charizard EX hit the 9 on that. We did not get any sequentials, sadly. Okay. And then we have all of our illustrations in the second sub, which is going to be like no SIRs. It's going to be all IRs. So same cost, less value. We'll see if we can strike it rich, though. Okay. This could be a 9. 2 white dots in the corner. Yep, 9 Alakazam EX. I know I could find more of these, so I'm probably going to hold on to this one, though, just for my 151, just to have some of the SIRs graded. All right. This one looks like a 10. And I think it's a 9. We got Zapdos 9. All right, we're at the 30-minute mark, guys. I'm going to try and speed it up. All right, I'm going to say 10. 9. Oh, my God. They're wrecking me, though. They're still wrecking me. I still think I deserve better than what they gave me. I just think they don't want to gem mint so many cards in a submission. This one should be a 9. Watch it be a 10. Okay. This one is a 9 as well. I feel like they graded fairly on most of the cards, though. I don't see any real discrepancy. 10. Oh, and they gave it the 9. My poor Beedrill. I'm going to send another one out. I'm going to keep sending the Beedrills until I get a 10, because I really like this Beedrill. All right. So that'll go in the grading pile, in the sale pile. My sale pile is definitely higher than my keeping pile. All right. Could be a 10. Looks a little off center. Could be a 9. Wham! Ah, the Aerodactyl V and a PSA 10. Look at that. We're just gem minting like crazy in this sub. Let's go. I'm not a huge fan of that Aerodactyl V. I might actually sell that one. That one's actually not one of my favorites. This one is. And I know what it is. And it's a 10. 10! Look at that. Machamp V. Dude, this card is sick. This card's beautiful. Really happy that this got the 10. I think I'm in that card like 80 or 90 bucks. Okay. This is a 9. There's some whitening on this corner. Yeah. 9. Still a nice card. Still probably will keep this in my PC just because I do like that card. I love Pikachu. All right. This is a 10. Ah, 9 Roaring Moon. I want to keep this, but if it's super modern and it got a 9, that's a no-go. That's a no-go for me. And then the last two, we're going to do a double reveal here. double reveal. Wow, we got some scuffs on this one. Some dust, some dirt. They both look like 10s, honestly. Wham! Oh, dude, the Giratina! We got our unknown Silver Tempest. We'll put that in the sell pile. Okay, oh my gosh! The Giratina 10. Oh, how I've wanted this for so long. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Huge win on the Giratina 10. Huge win. Probably the highlight of the submission, to be honest with you guys. Oh, man, what a huge card. It's huge. Okay. Then we're going to keep... I'm going to put... I'll keep stacking them. We'll keep stacking them. Okay. So first part of the submission is over. Now we start our second part of the submission. Second stack. In fact, I'm going to just get this box up. Okay, cool. I was making sure that PSA receipt did not show my address or anything of the sort. What are you guys thinking? I hope you guys are thinking, damn, this is a great sub video, Ryan. Congrats. Congrats on everything, Brody. I know you guys are going to enjoy this one. It's honestly some solid content. I haven't made some really solid content in a while, so glad I could do that and have some fun with it. I did want to look at all these myself first, but I want you guys to enjoy all the same. Okay, let's take this first one out. It's amazing how they accomplish this, guys. It's truly is amazing. Okay, we got some dust, we got some dirt. This is a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. I pulled this myself. Yeah, the centering was a weak point, but I might keep that anyways. But I'm just gonna be grading for fun a lot of the time. I need to be able to let go of stuff. If I don't let go of stuff, I'm never gonna learn. Plus, that Terra Crown Charizard was never a favorite of mine. Okay, this looks like a 10. Oh, and it's the VMAX Mew. Oh, such a nice card. Awesome to get this in the 10. Definitely a banger card. I really like this. This was my ultimate chase in Fusion Strike. This and the Mew V. So the VMAX is huge win. Like, just got two really big cards in the submission that I really wanted to 10. So really happy about that. And because of what we already got, I know this is the bigger portion of the submission. This looks like a 10. Centering looks weird on the back though. Oh, and it's the pair to go with it, the Mew V. I'm still going to keep these together because some of these cards are just exceptional. Whether they 9 or not, it's whatever. If I grade another V in the future and it gets a 10, I can replace it, but I think I should keep some of them despite being 9s. All right, this looks like a 10. Wham! And it's a 10! Celebi from Fusion Strike, super underrated. Easy money right there. So keep that guy. This looks like it's a 10. I'm sorry, because my orientation's a little different than... Oh, Charizard's eating the box. My orientation's a little different than you guys' orientation. Oh, we pulled this one ourselves. So we opened a pallet of heavy hitters Sam's Club boxes, and we really got nothing other than this Noivern V. So thank God we got something good out of those heavy hitters boxes. We still lost so much money. I lost if this is even worth $200, which I don't think it is, I think it's worth like $100. But I think I spent $1,400 on heavy hitters boxes. That and the Nidoking are my worst plays in this hobby thus far. Worst mistakes I've made thus far in this hobby. But beautiful. Maybe it'll be worth a couple hundred in the future. Maybe one day it'll even be worth $1,000. Probably not. But that would be such a long time from now. But, yeah. Got that 10, baby. Evolving Skies 10s for the win. All right. This looks like a 10, too. Woo! Oh, it's another 10. Let's go. We got another 10. That one I will sell. Don't need to have two. Okay. This is a 9. Oh, and it is the Espeon Deoxys GX promo. Very nice card. Very nice card. That one will be going to the sold pile. Like, if I'm not crazy about the card's art, I'm not going to keep it in a 9. But if I'm crazy about the card's art, and I do really like that artwork a lot, but I think I could find another one of those to 10. Or just buy one at 10. Especially if you're going to go after the Sun and Moon cards, you got to have that one. All right. Centering looks... back looks good. I want to say 10. Oh! Dragonite V! Evolving Skies, 10. Yo, this is huge. This is huge, guys. Look at all these back-to-back 10s, bro. What? Huge. Definitely keeping that one. Yeah, it's honestly crazy that this sub, we have so many 10s. So many 10s. Okay. Someone's calling me right now. I cannot pick that up. Okay. This looks like a 10 to me. Oh, Leafeon VMAX, let's go. Another Evolving Skies 10, let's go. I picked this up at regionals for like 120, 130, I think. So huge, huge win. Picking that up not long ago. Okay. Another 10? Oh, it's another 10, let's go. Evolutions wins for days. Let's go. We got that Eevee right in there. I love that about this card. This is probably my favorite part about the car is the butt-facing Eevee. Not a huge Sylveon fan, but this is a huge, 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 huge win. Dude, we're just getting 10s for days. For days. All right. Corners look good. I'd say 10. Oh! Brother. Why couldn't you just give me the 10? Why, oh why? And I just sold one that I think had a better chance of 10ing, but let's look at the back. I think I am going to keep this Gengar VMAX. It's not one of my favorite cards, right? I'm not huge on the artwork, but it kind of reminds me of like Cat in the Hat. I don't know. It's just kind of Cat in the Hatty. It doesn't help that it does look like a cat. Okay. Yeah, so, again, perfect card to keep. I don't need to be a 10 snob when it's for my PC. All right, so this corner's good, this corner's good, this corner's good, this corner's good. Perfect corners, perfect clean back. This would have been so hard for me to let go of. But now the fact that I know that this centering got a 9, I just sold one for a premium. I really didn't want to let it go, but I'm glad that I did because it had similar centering. So, and with the new update on the centering guidelines, I just don't think cards that aren't perfectly centered, they're not going to get 10s. If you're happy with a 9, that's cool. I'm happy with the 9 on this card. I'm going to take it. It's still a monster card. It's still an $900 card and a 9. So, and it's not even one of my like chase cards. So much happier that I got the Mew VMAX. I wish it was the Mew and the Espeon VMAX, though. I really wanted that Espeon VMAX. I'm not gonna lie. All right, clean, 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 clean. Oh, and we got a 10 on the Glaceon, and it has it, and it is. I mean, centering's pretty good actually, but the bottom is thin. This is good for me to see because I actually have. Check this out. See if I can pull some cards from my graded stack right now just to show y'all. Like, I'm definitely learning from the submission. So look at this one. This one's not graded. You see how the bottom is thin like that? So if there's any indication, this is the same card basically. This one's going to get a 10 too. So I'm getting really, really cocky, I think, with pre-grading. And hopefully I don't get it handed to me when I submit those other cards, but man, we are crushing it. My favorite part about this card is probably the Meryl and the Pikachu in it, honestly. There's so much more focus on them for me, and the beautiful background than the actual Glaceon, but that's just me. It's a beautiful card, though. It's starting to become one of my favorite evolution cards, which is just nuts, because I never cared about the other evolutions outside of, like, the OGs. Okay. Clean. This is a 10. Oh, and it is a 10. It is a 10. So we got that Miriam. Not huge on waifu, so that guy is going to get sold. All right. Oof. I don't even know what this is going to get, but it's not going to be good. Oh, here we go. So this card's really important to me. And despite what you might think I'm going to do, this card is going into my PC. So this is a gold. This is a War Turtle Top Deck Magazine Wizards gold stamp. Gold stamps are pretty huge. But the thing with this one that makes it special, it is a 6, which is nice. It came back excellent condition. They could have done it worse, in my opinion. I think a 6 was being really gracious. This card has a double stamp error. I have only sold 2 other copies, and they all came from the same collection. These are extremely rare, and I sold the double stamps around $200 to $300. This one is a graded double stamp, and it is in better condition than the other 2 that I had. So I would say that this is worth probably anywhere from $300 to $500 just because it has an error like that. Such a big printing error to have 2 stamps on there, I think. Gotta have. My boy Joda Jake loves Blastoise. You're gonna love this double stamp error War Total. I feel like if I did sell it to anybody, it would be to him. Okay, moving on. Happy about that. Okay. This is a 9 dot on the corner. Yep, 9. Heracross, really cool illustration. Tried to send in some cheaper ones in there to see if I could get a blessing. This one, white thing on the corner. It looks like something they got in there, but then there's another white dot on this corner, and then this is a little bit chewed up down here. This is the Tyranitar Sableye GX, I think, because it looks like it's PSA 8. No, this is a Tropius. Damn, they gave me a 9 on that. That was actually not bad of them. I did not want to grade those. Let's be clear. I just sent them in to send a larger submission, but it's funny because if I would have sent my best cards, I probably would have had a better gem mint rate overall. PSA definitely does not disagree with my grading, which is nice. It's validating. Back looks perfect, 10. Oh, let's go! Dude, brilliant. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really excited about this card. It's not even that high value, but I pulled this myself on stream. I opened like $1,200 to $1,300 of Brilliant Stars. I opened a lot of Brilliant Stars chasing this card. I wanted to be able to genuinely say that I pulled it myself and graded it myself, and we have. This is maybe the biggest card in this submission. For me personally, I idolize this card. So really, really happy that we got the 10 back on that. Huge win on that. Very happy. Very excited. I think I'm going to put that in a black graded guard. All right. Back looks pristine. Maybe a 9, but it looks like a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. It looks like, yeah, the centering. So, yeah, that the Raichu, that's going to go to a new home. I'll find more of those in the wild. All right. This one's going to be a 9. Might even be an 8. Got a couple other white dots. And they were gracious. They gave me the 9. I think that was fair for that Tyranitar. Some of these cards I found in shops that aren't in the best condition, I get really good deals on them. So even a 9 is actually a solid grade for some of these for me to get. Better than selling it raw, to be honest with you. What I also love about getting them graded is now they're enslabbed, protected, and because the price of grading has gone up, that creates $17 of value just in the slab itself. So does hurt if you get a 9, but not all hope is lost because the price on grading has gone up. So it should help with the value a little bit. Not that it really matters all that much at the end of the day. This looks like 10. Oh, and we got a Skeletors 10. Skeletors 10. Easy money. Right, and I'm not huge on Scarlet and Violet. There's only a couple cards I really love from Scarlet and Violet. So I told myself I was going to keep the 10s. But now that I'm still buying Grail cards, vintage Grail cards, and we're saving for a house, I can't have it all. So pretty much, it's crazy. My sell stack is just as big as my keeping stack. But I feel like I am letting go of a lot of 10s, despite that. Okay, this card looks perfect. 10. Oh, and it's a 10! I think I am going to keep this Crown Zenith Latias. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to keep this card. This card looks absolutely sick. Very cool card to have. And a 10. Don't even care what it's valued at. Just really like that. Okay. Really sharp corners. I'm going to say 10. There is a white dot at the bottom, but I'm going to say 10. Could be a 9 with that white dot. Could be a 9 because the corners are too sharp. Too sharp. I don't know. Wham! Oh, and they gave it an 8? Why did they give it an 8? I have no idea why they gave this an 8. All right, so this card would be better. God, I can't figure out why they gave this an 8. Okay. All right, so our random 8 pile. I thought we were done with that, but not quite yet. All right. Okay. Thank you, Charizard, for... Let's just... You hold that down for me. Thank you, Charizard. So helpful. Okay. White. White dot. Just like non-existent. This is a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9? Bro, what? How? Okay, there's some silvering at the top. Now you know if you got some silvering, you're going to 9 it. Okay. All right, fair enough. Struck out on that. Really wanted one of those Mews to come back to 10. All right. 10. This is a 10. Oh, and it is a 10. RCSV. This thing is sick. Not a huge fan of this Pokemon in general, but I am going to keep this because it's the 10 Sword and Shield alt, and it's Brilliant Stars, and now I have the Charizard and the Arceus, both 10. I think both pulled. Okay. 10, 9. These both have white dots, and they gave it a 9. That one is getting sold. Really like Cordon and Miradon, but they're so cheap. I could buy those graded if I really wanted them badly enough. Took an L on those for sure. 10. This is a 10. Oh, it's a 10. Let's go. Machamp Marshadow GX in a 10. This thing is absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm so happy. I bought this for $40 and it's now worth $200. And it's encased, which is really all I cared about, to be honest. 10. This is 10. Oh, and it is another 10. Easy sell. Money. Okay. 8. And it's an 8, and I'm happy with it. Tyranitar Sableye GX. Because these are my only Sun and Moon slabs, I feel like I have to keep the 8. Even though it's an 8, I think I still have to keep it because it is slabbed up, and it does look nice. Looking back, I should not have taken that risk. I knew this was going to get an 8. But it does look cool. I don't think it has to be perfect, right? I'm not huge into modern. I appreciate it, but I was never huge into grading everything modern. So I think I will keep the 8 despite not needing it. Or maybe I'll sell it. Maybe I will sell it. 10. This is a 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. I don't know why they gave this a 9. I'm looking... I don't know why they gave this a 9. I feel like... I really don't get why they gave this a 9. This is like one of the most deserving 10s ever. Yeah, this one I think I'm just going to put in my PC pile because that's just stupid. All right. Speaking of Misty, we've got Misty down here, which was also a freebie toy that was handed. And that's my Seadra down there. That's my like OG Seadra as a kid. So this is a pretty cool card. Really would have liked to get the 10, but I'm going to hold on to that until I do get a 10. We got a Garchomp V. Beautiful card. Centering looks like why it didn't get a 10. Back was perfect, but centering in the front. I think I'm going to keep this one too. Some of these are just really too cool to let go of. And some of the trainer galleries, I just don't care. I just wanted them slabbed. They look cool. I think I am going to get rid of all my binders, guys. Yeah, that's happening. I have a ton of binders over in the corner. I just don't need the space taken up. I need as much space as I can get. I need to maximize profitability and space and storage. So soon you'll see all my modern binders go up for sale. Every single one of them. Even my Evolving Skies binder will go up for sale. All of it is going to go. I will still be grading. Still going to have fun with that. But yeah, all the binders are going to go. And it'll free up a lot of room in here. Also, a lot of booster boxes are about to get listed to my eBay, so stay tuned for that. It will not go up for auction, but I am going to have a bunch of different Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet era boxes listed soon. I'm just holding off on that. I'm lazy, and I don't like shipping boxes because they're heavy. Okay, this perfect back, a little thin right here, but I'm going to say 10. Oh, and they gave it a 9. The centering was really slim at the bottom, but they gave it a 9. It's still a beautiful card. I think I'm going to keep that one in the PC. until I find another, right? 10, 10, 10, 10. Really off center on the back. That might be why they give it a 9, but I'm going to call it 10. Wham! Oh, and they gave it a 9. And the front centering's, okay, yeah, super, super thin at the bottom. Chunky here, thin at the top. This is a strong 9, though, I think. Strong 9. That one is going to go up for sale. That'll be a fun card to put up for sale. Still happy with my... Oh, and we got a 10. Blastoise EX. Money. That's money right there. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Back looks good. A little thin right here. Whoop! Oh, and they gave it a 9, and I can bet it's centering. Yeah, this edge, guys, way too thin. I gotta remind myself not to do this ever again. Still a really, really nice card. Still mint on the back. I might put this in my PC anyways, just because, oh, that's cool. You can see Lugia in the background there. I think that's what makes this incredible, actually. Yeah, I might have to keep Regidrago. No, Orion, no. It must go. I want to keep it, but it must go. And the Palkia should go too. Palkia is going to go too. All right, the selling pile has got to get bigger. The Garchomp is going to go. Starmie is going to go. I don't know. And the Sableye is going to go. I'm going to try and just keep my 10s and sell most of my 9s. I think most people would just be like, no, don't do that. Keep all the 9s, sell the 10s. But nah, I'm going for the cleanest cards I can get. Okay, Skunk Tank V. We got the Skunk Tank V. Thin. Yeah, it's thin. Back was pristine. Pulled this one ourselves out of the heavy hitters box. A 10 would have really helped to offset those losses, but nope. Gave us a 9. Didn't even want to grade that card, but was like, nah, dude, this is definitely going to be a 10. Nope. So I'm going to look at that one more time, actually. Yeah, and this wasn't like, the thinness was similar on all sides, so I thought it had a chance maybe, but nope. Thin borders is a no-go from PSA. All right, 10, 10, 10, 10. Edges look good, 10. Oh, and it's a 10. I have a couple of these. I just threw this in here to see what would happen. I do have a couple copies of this card. I love Blaziken. Blaziken's a huge card. We did not get the other VMAX 10, but I'm really glad we got this VMAX 10. Really makes up for it, in my opinion. This card almost looks better than the Chilling Reign VMAX, honestly. With May holding on to it. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Back centering looks solid. Edges solid. 10. Oh, and it's another 10. Oh, dude, this thing goes so hard. This thing goes so freaking... God, I love Blaziken. I'll find another Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign to send in, because I got to complete that trio. Oh, dang. Did not want that to happen. Okay, we'll leave that. All right. 10, 10, 10, 10. Edges look solid. 10. Oh, we got Tinkaton in the 10. Let's go. $10 card to $100 card or $80 card instantly. And I fuck with Tinkaton, so I'm going to keep that Tinkaton. I think we had 2 in here, or at least I'm sending another Tinkaton. 10, 10, 10, 10. Centering is 10, 10. Nice! And the Crobat V got the 10. This would look sick in a purple graded guard. Definitely going to keep this guy. Keeping my 10s. All right. We're building value over here. We're building value. 10, 10, 10, 10. Perfect edges. Let's go 10. And we got a 10 with the Mewtwo V alt art from Pokemon Go. I just sold all my Pokemon Go stuff. So this was, I'm glad, the only Pokemon Go card I sent in. I like the Radiant Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, but I'm just not going to mess with that. This is the only like really notable alt art in the set. And so we got it. We got the Mewtwo V alt art. And we'll keep that as a memento from Pokemon Go. I think I picked that card up for like $10 too, which is crazy. I don't know what the 10's going for right now. Maybe $100. 10, 10, 10, 10. This is a 10. Oh, and it is a 10. So we do have another Sun and Moon card, another alt art. This was one of the promos, but we did get a 10 on that alt art. I'm going to backtrack here and try and keep, yeah, we want to keep these Sun and Moon 10s together and start on our Sun and Moon journey. I'm only buying those if I see them in person, though. I'm definitely not buying these cards online to grade anymore. I'll do that with Super Modern, but I think I can find what I need it pretty much between the 4 shops that I've been going to. All right, so we've got 10, 10, 10, 10. Centering is off. Might be a 9. I'm going to say a 10, though. Whoop! Oh, and we got a 9 Magikarp. So this one's a tough one to grade, guys. There's no silvering or anything, so I was really hoping they would give this one a 10. Thin border right here. Thicker, really thin at the top. That's where I went wrong. I think it was the top border. Looks good, though. The back looks really, really clean, so that's a bummer. Wait. No, so that's why they 9'd right there. That's why they 9'd right there. There's some whitening. There's some whitening right there. Probably from when whoever sold the card, they put it in the case, shoved it in with their finger on that top area. Whatever happened here was pressure from the top. So that's a bummer. Really, really cool card. Definitely one that we should sell regardless. It's just that it's graded now and protected. I have another one at PSA right now, so we're going to hope for the best with that one. This one is going to go in the grading pile. Although I do want to keep it since I have another one that I'm sure will 9 at least getting graded. There's no point to keep. And that's the fun thing. Once you get the cards graded and you get more graded cards going through rotation, you can kind of decide, do I want to keep this or do I trust the other one's going to do better? And I do think this next sub is going to do better. We got 10, 10, 10, 10, perfect edges. Wham! And we got a 9. And where's the flaw here? Because centering is decent. Centering is pretty decent. Maybe a little thin. Why didn't they give this a 10, though? That pisses me off. This card deserved a 10, in my opinion. I really don't get how they didn't give this a 10. I can't find anything, guys. That's a bummer. Really cool card, but I don't have to have it, so that one will also go in the sell pile. Now we've definitely got more stuff to sell. You know what? Mewtwo Pokemon Go, Mewtwo V, I don't need that either. That's going to go in the sell pile. I think I'm going to end up finding that I don't... This is what I love about Modern. I'm not attached to it, so it makes it really easy to let this stuff go. 10, 10, 10, 10. Looks all around good. Little off-center. All right. And nope. And yeah, way too thin on the bottom. Way too thin on the bottom. Should have known better there. Taking a hit on that Meryl. I did like that illustration, though. Oh. Well, okay, we got a 10. We got the Dialga. The centering is pretty good. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't give it a 9 with this centering right here. This one slipped through the cracks, in my opinion. The back is perfect, though. The back is clean. I mean, I think this would be one of the ones that I would keep. I think that's a good copy to keep. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Really well centered. This is a 10. Oh, and it's a 9. Why is it a 9? Okay, the top, again, top's too thin. I don't even think the top's too thin. I think this card still could have gotten a 10, really. But whatever. Really, really, really strong 9. Stupid strong 9. Like, crazy strong 9. Okay. Money in my pocket, though. It's money in my pocket. All right. 10, 10, 10, 10 corners. These corners look good. The edges look good. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nope. We got another 9. What the heck? Got another 9. What the heck? I don't know why. Like, okay. So this border's thin, but damn. They're really being strict on this sub. Okay. At least we got 110. We'll take it. Those are going to be easy money. Easy money. I really don't know what I'm going to keep. There's only a couple cards in here that I actually wanted to keep. So that I might actually dumb down this keep pile even more. Y'all are going to see a crazy amount of stuff get listed soon. Like crazy amount of stuff. Looks like a 10 back. This corner is chopped off, which worries me. So I'm going to say a 9. Yeah, 9. 9 because of that freaking corner. And the back is good. Also, really thin bottom. Yeah, this one didn't have a chance. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Little off center, but I think it's 10. It's a 9. Okay, that top edge was so thin. I don't know what I was thinking there. So, yeah. Damn, man. I could have definitely avoided overspending on some of these. So I lost $800 based on the ones that got 9 or less. Which I shouldn't include one of those charges because it was the War Turtle error, but okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Good centering. I'm going to say this is a 10. Iono 10. Let's go. I'm not into waifus, but I might want to keep this one. This might be good to keep one. You know what? I might have to keep the Miriam too, honestly, just because they're 10s. All right, guys, that was everything. That was the whole freaking submission right there. We've got a lot of incredible cards in our next submission featuring several Latias. We've got the Latias duo, but we got several Latias in here. It's going to be fun. That submission is going to be really good. But we'll look at that another day. Ton of stuff that I need to list right now, so stay tuned for that. Peace. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this super long video.